Welcome. Welcome, everyone, to Courage to Caregivers for Monday, September 19th. We continue on with the theme of attitude. Tonight's topic is coping mechanisms. So, we all know that stress is a part of life, there's no way to escape it. And we all have our own ways to cope with stress by utilizing behaviors and strategies to manage stressful situations. These behaviors are known as coping mechanisms. Research has shown that stress can take its toll on the body in so many ways. It affects cardiovascular health. It causes depression and anxiety. It causes a lack of mental clarity and recurring physical ailments such as headaches, chronic reactions such as stomach pain, stomach ulcers, chronic pain throughout the body, and sometimes even grief. It is important to bring our coping mechanisms into conscious awareness so we can evaluate if the strategy is supporting us or not. So, the first thing you might like to try is having a daily check in with yourself. And in our breathing and meditation practice, one of the first things we do when we begin to breathe is we check in with the body. We notice if there's any areas of the body that we're holding tension. We notice if there's any areas of achiness or pain in the body. And just an overall check in. This is a really good daily habit to get into because when you do that, you're developing that skill of body awareness. So, using this mechanism, you can name and notice your thoughts and emotions, and then employ whatever coping mechanism or strategy you need to calm down and deactivate a stressful situation. And so the body gives all kinds of cues. So, doing kind of a little emotional assessment as well as a body assessment is a great way to manage your stress responses. After checking in, it's helpful to simply accept the presence of your stress as it is and stop trying to fight it or stop trying to shove it down deep inside. So, in a yoga practice, this is known as noticing without judgment. Just being aware of what is in the present moment. And even practicing a healthy detachment might be just what you need. So, the noticing without judgment piece of it is, we all have thoughts racing through our mind hundreds of times a day, but it's noticing those thoughts, but not letting them upset you. It's just saying, okay, I'm thinking this, I might be feeling this, but it's not going to disturb what's going on with me right now as I'm trying to meditate and get my stress level down. So it's that sort of detachment, noticing without judgment, that's so helpful and important. Meditation, another great valuable strategy for coping with stress. And it can be as simple as closing your eyes and breathing deeply to slow down your heart rate. Even 3 deep mindful breaths kind of bring the mind and body into alignment and decrease stress. The breath is a tool with which you can regulate your stress to bring your energy level up or down depending on what you need. Engaging in healthy habits like exercise, yoga, eating a balanced diet, and above all, doing something you love, like getting out in nature or participating in certain hobbies and activities that bring you joy. These are all things that you can use as coping mechanisms. Talking with a counselor or a trusted family member or trusted friend can also be a very supportive thing to do to manage stress. So, as you can see, there's so many different things to choose from to help you manage stressful situations. And if there's one thing I really want to hone in on, it's sometimes we have an unconscious coping mechanism versus a conscious coping mechanism, which are some of the things I've mentioned. So those would be intentional, mindful things to put into practice to deal with stress. But an unconscious coping mechanism might be, for example, holding the breath. Like when you get stressed, to hold the breath right up here and not breathe in a belly breathing manner that is allowing you to have fully nourishing oxygenated breaths. So when we have an unconscious uh, coping mechanism, like holding the breath, this is something that we learn to regulate when we do that body check in, or ask yourself what's going on right now. Am I holding the breath? And if you're holding it, then beginning to let that breath flow freely. So I think the most important thing is just that body awareness to help you to see what coping mechanisms you need, what are going to be most helpful to you in this moment. Okay? That's just a little tidbit of what you're going to be discussing in support group today. And so I'd like to begin our breathing meditation. Instead of having you close the eyes like we normally do in the beginning, I invite you to keep the eyes open because I'm going to be teaching you a breathing technique called humming bee breath or bumblebee breath. It is exactly like it sounds. It's a form of breath that in which you buzz like a bee or hum like a bee. And so I'll show you first, and then you can follow me. But we're going to close off the ears by placing your thumbs over the ears, and then put your fingers over your eyes so that you literally have silence. And this allows you to hear inside what that vibration of that buzzing bee breath sounds like. And so when your ears and eyes are closed, we're going to inhale through the nose and then exhale with a okay? So the in breath is breathing normally through the nose. The out breath is that bee or humming, buzzing sound. So I'm going to invite you to do this 3 times. And when you're done, just sit in silence with your eyes closed. And I want you to just become aware of how that feels in the body. This breathing technique is great for clearing the mind, clearing negative thoughts, and also when you have a vibration going on in the body, it actually is great for ridding yourself of any tension or holding, and then bringing that stress level down. Physiologically, it activates the relaxation response. So that is what we're trying to achieve here. So let's go ahead and close the ears and then cover the eyes. And we'll do this together, breathing in and then breathing out. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. And then letting the hands come down to your legs, closing the eyes, and just noticing what you're feeling after that very active internal vibration. What does that feel like in the body? Just noticing. Good. With the eyes closed, I invite you to keep them that way. And then placing your hands once again on the thighs or on the knees. Perhaps taking the shoulders up to the ears one time and letting them roll back down so that you're not holding any tension in the neck area. Keeping those eyes closed or softly cast down, and then placing your feet flat on the floor underneath you so that you get that sense of grounding. And then noticing your body on your chair. So grounding from the feet, grounding from your chair. We'll begin a little bit of centering. So centering is a way to take an assessment of the body. It's a way to come into body awareness, what's going on with me right now in all parts of the body. So grounding, centering, it's a way to come to stillness and a way to go inward. And so we're going to do that now, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out, just allowing the breath to come and go at its own natural rhythm and its own natural pace. Good. And then if any thoughts try to come in, notice those thoughts without judgment, and then let them softly go like a little leaf on an autumn day. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Good. And as you are settling in on your chair there, we'll begin a practice called soft belly breathing. I will guide you through it. And so as your breath flows, feel it move down into your low belly. Just feel that sensation. So from the nose, down into the lungs, past the ribs, and then down into the low belly. Feel that breath moving in and out. On the in-breath, think the word soft, allowing your belly to receive the breath. On the out-breath, think belly, letting go of any holding or resistance there. So inhale soft, exhale belly. With each inhale, imagine that your belly is being cared for by the breath. With each exhale, let the breath loosen any solidity. Let your breath make room. Let thoughts, emotions, and sensations rise and fall in and out of a spacious belly. So breathing in soft and exhaling belly. Since our belly is our emotional center, when we soften it, a variety of feelings, thoughts, and images and memories may bubble up. Welcome all that rises and falls. If you find yourself in conversation with a thought or a feeling, simply acknowledge that observation, meet yourself kindly, and draw your mind gently back to the flow of your breath. So continuing to breathe in this manner, breathing in soft, breathing out belly, feeling the rise and fall of the chest and the expansion and contraction of your soft, spacious belly. While you are breathing in this manner, I will go ahead and read our affirmations for tonight's practice. Affirmations are positive statements that we make over and over again to ourselves, and pretty soon they become a part of us. And that positive energy starts to really make changes, welcome changes in our attitude and our outlook and our perspective. So let us begin to, or continue rather, to breathe this belly breathing, and I will read these for us now. I choose new and healthy behaviors that support my well-being. When I'm aware of it, I can take care of it. I am thriving, not just surviving. I am grounded and calm. I am grounded and calm. Good. So just taking a few more rounds of this soft belly breathing here. Letting that breath fill you up, nourish, and care for every cell in your body in this present moment. And then placing both hands on the low belly as you breathe in and out. And let this be a gesture of compassion for yourself right now. A gesture of holding yourself in this compassion. Beautiful. Good. And then gently blinking the eyes open and placing the hands back on the thighs or on the knees, coming back to the present moment. We'll begin a little mindful movement today. And so we're going to be doing this from the ground. So hopefully you've got a little bit of space in your sanctuary there where you can lay down either on a blanket or a yoga mat. And I'm going to attempt to position my computer here so that you can see me, but it's more important to hear me because even if you can't see me well, I'm going to cue you into what you're going to be doing on the ground. So I'm going to move my chair out of the way. And then I invite you to come down onto the floor, onto your back. And you might want to have a little pillow or a soft blanket for underneath your head and neck. If the neck is not supported, then you're not going to feel relaxed. So we want to make sure we take care of that first. So I'm going to come down into my back and we're going to stretch out. So letting the feet and the toes lengthen out. Good. And then resting your whole back body on the floor. Maybe taking a moment to roll your shoulder blades underneath you so that you're nice and grounded. And feeling every inch of your body on the floor. And just breathing in and out. You're going to bring the arms over the head and really give yourself a full body stretch here. So from the fingertips down to the toes, nice, long, full body stretch. Good. Beautiful. And from here, we're going to walk the feet over to the right side of your mat or your blanket. Move the head and the shoulders and the arms also over to the right side. You're making a nice little C curve here on that right side, opening up the whole left side of the body. Nice stretch here. This is called reclined crescent moon. And so we're moving the spine in a lateral direction, just breathing here. Good. And then bringing the feet back to center, bringing your head and your arms back to center. We're going to bend the knees and gather the knees into your chest. So a little rock from side to side here. Massaging out your back body and continuing to breathe in and out. Good. From here, we're going to lengthen out those legs again, lengthen out the arms, and then begin to walk the feet over to the left side. Let your head and neck and shoulders and your hands and arms also come to the left side. And then you're going to be stretching out that whole right side of the body. Good. So just breathing here in this nice crescent moon stretch. Good. And then once again, hugging your knees into your chest, little rock from side to side here. Good. And then placing the soles of the feet on your mat. So knees are bent here. You're placing the soles of the feet down. You're going to bring your arms out to the sides in a T position. So arms are out to the sides. Let the knees fall to the left side. And then take your gaze over the right fingers. So this is a reclined spinal twist. We're twisting the body to the side and breathing here. So knees are on the opposite side. Your gaze goes over the opposite fingers. Good. Beautiful. Then bringing your knees to point back towards the sky. Feet are on the floor. Let's let the knees fall to the right side as we take our gaze out over the left fingers, breathing in and breathing out. Good. Feeling that nice little twist in the low back body and breathing into that twist. Good. And then let's gather the knees into the chest once again, taking a little rock from side to side. And then pressing the feet into the floor again, knees pointing up. Let's bring the arms down at your sides with palms pressing into your mat or your blanket. And then standing into your feet, so pressing into the mat with your feet and with your palms. Let's inhale, bringing the body up into a bridge position. This is bridge pose. Breathing here, using your legs, your glutes, and your strong core to support you. Just breathing here in bridge. Beautiful. And then exhale, coming back down to the mat, rolling your spine down one vertebra at a time until your back body is nice and grounded and connected with the floor beneath you. Okay. And then just from here, placing your hands on your low belly, closing the eyes, and feeling the belly rise and fall once again. Beautiful. Then lengthening out the legs, so legs come out long, arms come overhead. This time let's interlace the fingers, raise them up over the head, and push the palms away for a nice full body stretch. Really, really stretching it out here, breathing deeply as you go. Beautiful. And then letting the hands come back down to your sides, bending the knees and rolling to one side. You're going to press yourself back up to seated. Well, actually, I'm going to press myself back to seated. You can stay on your mat because we're going to start our Shavasana, or our final resting posture. So I want you to get nice and comfortable in your space there. You're already laying on the floor. I didn't mean to make you get up and move. So maybe you want to lower your lights a little bit if they're not already there. Perhaps you want to find more comforts like a blanket to put over you. When we rest, our body temperature tends to fall. So we want to stay nice and cozy and comfortable. Good. And then perhaps finding some music or just stillness tonight. If stillness is what your body is craving, by all means, go with that. Good. And I'm going to fetch my chair here. So continue to let your body just settle into the floor, really feeling that connection of the floor beneath you, supporting you, holding you, caressing you in a gesture of receiving. Good. So now with your body lying on the floor, I invite you to close the eyes and once again connect with your breath, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Then I invite you to begin to start to soften all the muscles in the face, the forehead, the cheeks, the temples, the jaw. Let all the tension in that area go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Good. Then allow your awareness to travel down to your neck and to your throat. Feel your throat softly opening. Feel that expansion there. Feel the muscles in the neck start to soften and find ease. Beautiful. And then continuing your awareness, traveling that awareness down to the right shoulder, the right upper arm, the elbow, forearm, wrist, hand, and fingers. So that from the fingers of the right hand all the way up to your shoulder, the whole right arm is relaxed. Your whole right arm is completely and totally relaxed. Good. And then allowing your awareness to travel down the right side of the body, the armpit, the ribs, the waist, and the right hip. Let your attention settle there for just a moment as you breathe in and breathe out, breathing away any type of pain or discomfort or tightness in your hips. Just breathe it away one breath at a time. And then letting your awareness travel down into the right thigh, the knee, the shin, the ankle, and the foot, the top of the foot and the sole of the foot, and all the toes of the right foot. The big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and baby toe, so that from the toes of the right foot all the way up to your right hip, your whole right leg is relaxed. Your whole right side is completely and totally relaxed. Breathe into that sensation of relaxation and ease. Good. Now let's move the awareness to the left side of the body, starting with the left shoulder, the left upper arm, the elbow, forearm, wrist, hand, and fingers, the palm of the hand and the back of the hand. And starting with the the left thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, and pinky finger. So that from the fingers of the left hand all the way up to the left shoulder, your whole left arm is relaxed. Your whole left arm is completely and totally relaxed. Breathe into that sensation of relaxation and ease. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Moving your awareness down the left side of the body, the left armpit, the ribs, the waist, and the left hip. Let's allow your awareness to settle there for a couple of mindful breaths, breathing in and breathing out. Good. And just again, noticing if there's any tension in that hip, any tension or holding or discomfort. And if there is, breathe into that space, letting it all go. And then moving your awareness down into the left thigh, the knee, the shin, the ankle, and the foot, and the top of the foot, and the sole of the foot, and all the toes of the left foot. Left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and baby toe, so that from the toes of the left foot all the way up to the left hip, your whole left leg is relaxed. Your whole left side is completely and totally relaxed. Both sides are completely and totally relaxed. Breathe into that sensation of relaxation and ease. Bringing your awareness now to the back body and all parts of the body that have contact with the floor beneath you. The back of the heels, the calves, back of the thighs, the buttocks, the low back, middle back, upper back, shoulder blades, shoulders, back of the head. Your whole back body is relaxed. Your whole back body is supported, cared for, and relaxed. Breathe into that sensation of relaxation and ease. And now the front body. Let the whole front body relaxed, starting with the front of the legs, the thighs, the pelvis, the hips, the low belly, the upper belly, the chest, the ribs, the heart. Your heart, your generous, caregiving heart. Breathe in some appreciation for that beautiful, caring heart of yours and for all that it gives to those you care for each and every day. The whole front body is relaxed. The whole body is relaxed. Rest now in this knowing. Rest now. Just simply rest. Very gently and very slowly, begin to bring your awareness back to the body, starting to invite in a little movement, wiggling fingers and toes, perhaps taking a full body stretch there on the floor, or maybe gathering your knees into your chest and taking a little rock from side to side. Whatever stretch or movement you need to come back to the present moment, give yourself that gift right now. And then start to deepen the breath, breathing in and breathing out. Taking your time as you awaken. And when that feels complete, I invite you just to roll to one side and maybe make a little pillow with your elbow there and just rest on your side there as you continue to breathe. And I'm going to read some of our closing quotations for tonight. The first one is from Robert Fulghum, and he says, "One of life's best coping mechanisms is to know the difference between an inconvenience and a problem." And then the last one is from Virginia Satir. She says, "Life is not the way it's supposed to be. It's the way it is. The way you cope with it is what makes all the difference." Good. So maybe taking a few moments to take some more deep breaths and then eventually pressing yourself back up to seated, and we'll meet with our hands at the heart. Good. Well, I hope everyone is feeling a little more rested, a little less stressed than when we started tonight. It was a joy and an honor to be with you, as always. Let's bring the arms up into the air, pressing the palms together overhead, and then taking them back to the heart, taking a moment to rest your thumb knuckles against your sternum, maybe even feeling your heartbeat or feeling your breath as you breathe in and out. As always, the light that shines within me also shines within each one of you. And we share that acknowledgement when we say together, Namaste.